Good morning all. Yes, sir. Hope everyone is good. Hope everyone is well. Happy today is Thursday, post FOMC today. Let's see all systems go. There we go. Everything looks good. Hopefully mic and all is working. Looks all good. All right. Let's have a look. So yesterday, FOMC, first time we had the new bye-bye Jerome Powell, man. Holy crap. What an error. No Jerome Powell. Mic not working properly. Rishnu Thakur 028. Mike is spelt not M-I-K-E. That's a name, my friend. That's a name, my friend. So, rates came back the same, 3.75. They didn't talk about... they didn't increase the rates here. Now, they did talk about not giving a dot plot. What does a dot plot mean? A dot plot basically means talking about what they're expecting for rates. So, are they expecting higher rates? Are they They don't want to give this anymore, right? They don't want to give this anymore. They want to go back to being a little bit secretive. Now, I posted all of that in my Telegram as well to give you a little bit of an insight. They're not really giving us insight about that, and that is something that this new chairman of the Fed wants to do. Is he doesn't want to be as open as Jerome Powell was, maybe to reduce volatility, but you know, this is what he was hinting at. Biggest one is that yesterday he signed in France. He signed this in France yesterday, and this is a big one. So one day ahead of when they were supposed to sign it, but we have signatures made. And yesterday's analysis on the FOMC, what we've been speaking about all week, has played out very true. The FOMC is going to be the catalyst to fill the gap. We've been calling this since Monday. Now, from the gap, it's opportunity. So as soon as it filled the gap, we started to see price bounce up and now start to range. So gap fill, and now we're looking for direction. If we start off with gold, it has led the daily candle on gold to close bearish here. So we do have a bearish candle close. Now this naturally can create resistance. We could try lower with a deal being signed, with the Fed not really giving us too much signs of what they want to do. I want to see if there's an article I can show you guys. Surprisingly not. Markets lost a friend today, yes. Inflation well ahead of 2% goal. I'm not sure about that. And we're gonna fix that. See if we can get a recap from one of these guys. Yes, correct. Forward guidance, right? Most hawkish direct presidents lose their votes. Uncertainty was added. Short date tragedy. Okay. Yes, yes. Nothing new. Bonds soared. Stocks dropped. The dollar rallied. Okay, so we're basically going with the same. Right, here's the funds rate target. So they're expecting to go longer, 2027. Start to reduce rates. So if we look, this is healthy because this is showing rate cuts. We're not seeing this line increase here. So again, what I said in my Telegram yesterday is going to kind of be the truth of the whole situation. Is he's going to keep things a little bit quiet. No dot plot, no giving us exact guidance of exactly what's going to happen. But it is keeping us more in a neutral tone, meaning that, hey, we're not out of the woods. We're not going to be reducing rates. We're not going to be necessarily increasing rates at the moment. So that is just going to leave the markets in a technical bias of a mixed bias, but I'm slightly more bullish. Does that mean we can't see a retracement to fill some of this zone before continuing up? No, we totally can. If this deal gets any time in the next 60 days, so the next 2 months, if this deal gets broken, shit's gonna dump, right? So for now, for today, I'm gonna stick on a mixed bias setting here. So We had this reaction here. I'm sure a lot of people shorted this low and are getting cooked at the moment. It's not wrong to short this low. We just need more liquidity to continue down. This is the first time we break out. We don't necessarily want to sell gold at the lows at this time. This is a fundamental thing that we know from trading gold in London. Is right at this time, not going to be the best idea to sell at the lows. Beautiful thing is now we're creating some sort of structure. If we can make one more lower high, that will give us confirmation that we have resistance below. We can start to short below this level and look for price to continue down. If price starts to continue up back inside the range, we need to see a change of structure on 5 minute start from us to flip from bearish market structure, right? People tend to disregard market structure, but we need to see that flip. Once price flips, then we could actually consider us going back into a buy zone, use this 15 as support, make our way back towards the highs here. So I like that this structure is made. 15-minute candle has about 3 minutes to close. We could have a nice little setup 3 directly ready to go. So 1 hour time frame here, we did close below here. We're in 1 hour continuation. It's a nice continuation pattern as well, same as the 30-minute here. So these retests are going to be beneficial for us. Moving on to DAX here, we can see DAX pushing up at the moment here. I'm just going to bring gold here because I want to keep an eye on it. So daily time frame, as we can see, daily time frame, we are moving into this wick zone here. A little bit messy. We have a lot of dailies, 30s, all of that BS. 4 hour time frame also very messy. Daily resistance here. Also, we have one more here, plus a 4 hour resistance where we're at right now. This 15 I can get rid of. This I can get rid of. 30-minute, yes, we have a 30-minute resistance here. We just broke out of that and now we're working towards this 30-minute here, which we just tapped. We have a 15 above that one as well. So I'd like to see us break outside of this range before looking for buys, but I want to see structure first. So structure here, maybe looking to buy back down from here. With daily candle still closing bullish, with 4 hour candle showing us rejection, any structure down would give me slight opportunity. Now Nasdaq on the other hand, showing us a little bit more of the bullish pressure here. Daily time frame filled the gap here. Then we saw 4 hour time frame now starting to create a small resistance, not the same as gold, no low broken. So we could have one more retest to here as possible. But again, after FOMC, later on the stream, we'll talk a little bit more about it. And when we talk a little bit more about it, we can discuss about the potential outcomes of post FOMC, what we can expect. So for now, we can bring in a 1 hour support here. 1S. We can bring a 1 hour resistance in. 1 hour. Yeah, so if we're going to take buys, we need to leave this pre-session consolidation. We broke out, faked out back in. Difference from gold to Nasdaq is Nasdaq's actually trying to change structure towards the upside, but we're trading back into this mess. So we need to clear this mess. We have some nice shots above there. Nasdaq's not had the greatest volume in London this week, but let's see after FOMC if we continue that. I'm more fundamentally biased for a little bit more upside. I wouldn't mind a retest first, not something that's going to alarm me. Now, gold here. We spoke about gold. This candle is now trying to create a support. We had the 5 minute closing bearish. Last 30 seconds, we're starting to flip on the 5 minute. That's why waiting for close. I wanted to see this 15 close somewhere where my mouse is right now. Give me a weak candle close, then I can start to sell at the lows. But right now we are creating a strong support. So I'm not going to be able to sell till we see candles leave this 296 level here. 5 minute candles start to leave that, close below preferably, and then I can consider sells. If not, this 15 minute is telling me buyers are in control in this candle here. It is very clear. For the last 15 minutes, we've had buyers in control. So in order for me to take a sell, guess what? I need to see sellers come back in the market. Doesn't mean that we can't take a sell, but I need to see price starting to create resistance. Once price starts to create resistance, then I can look for possibly some more continuation down into lower ranges. If not, I will continue on to look for potential buy setups. As for Nasdaq 15 minute candle close here, We're starting to change structure on 15. Can we get out of this consolidation? That is going to be our question mark. If we can get out of this consolidation, then we have some nice ranges here to fill. We could maybe head up towards there, or we could do a little bit of an impulsive move, pull back, then we can buy back up to these highs. Let's see, because we need to discuss that. So while we wait here, I'm just gonna, give me 2 minutes, just gonna go toilet, come back, and then we'll discuss about FOMC and everything a little bit more into depth. So just give me a sec. All right, so talk a little bit about FOMC yesterday, right? I want everyone to listen to this. So FOMC yesterday, what did we have? We have basically a situation where they remained more neutral. The new chairman of the Fed, he is not giving us much information. He's remaining on the side saying like, yeah, we don't think we're going to increase interest rates. Definitely not going to reduce them. So it's more of a neutral tone, right? And he's also saying what? He's also saying, hey, we are not going to do what? We are not going to even think about showing a path. We don't want to give more information like we did in the past. I want to give less information. So that's exactly what he said. And the next thing that was happening is the deal sign. That's a bigger one. So based on that information, we should be slightly bullish on stuff like NASDAQ and stock market and stuff like that. But that doesn't mean that a retracement can't happen. But again, that becomes opportunity. All right. So yeah, that's the analysis for today, guys. Let me know if that all made sense. If it did, leave a like on the stream. You know the drill. Get the likes up to 100. We'll appreciate it. What's up, bro? Do you not trade with us freebies every day anymore? No, I'm not streaming every single day on YouTube. I stream on Tuesday and Thursdays on YouTube. So make sure to show up for those days just to mix it up. Try something different. I've done over 1,200 daily streams. 1,100 something daily streams on YouTube. Harry, what tools do you use for fundamental analysis? Nothing, not many tools, man. I just research into different topics. You don't really need a tool. You can do the research yourself. I think I'll start to stream as well. Any advice? Before even making an opinion about streaming, stream 100 days straight. So you need to stream 100 days straight and then you can have your opinion about streaming. Second thing is, make sure that, remember, most people watching stream don't care much about you. They are not really gonna support you. They just want to extract as much value from you and copy your trades. Those are the two things that they want. So don't expect to be taken into consideration, right? And the number one thing about streaming is nothing is not transparent. I'm live. I cannot do anything. And I've done this for over 1,000 days. So if you're live, there's no hiding anything. If you're not confident in your strategy, you're just going to make a fool of yourself, right? And choose. Are you happy to show the reality of trading, right? And remember, not everyone's going to appreciate the reality of trading. So you might lose your viewers who, if you go through 2 days of losing, then they're not going to show up because you lost for 2 days. They're going to think you're a failed trader. But you have to remember that those people never mattered, right? So you might be frustrating because I remember when I started, you could have 10 people watching and then you lose 2 days in a row and 5 people leave. So now you're back to 5 people. So now then you're stuck at 5 people for 1-2 months, because you took 2 losses. Even if you took 10-15 wins, they're not going to care. Most people are just going to see the 2 losses and think, screw this guy. So you have to really trust your strategy. Otherwise, it's going to make you doubt. And you can't doubt your strategy. That is the number one mistake, right? Is if you have a system that's proven over time, doubting it is just going to put you back to square one. Do you trade full time? Yes. Hey Harry, can I have access to your journal sheet? Yeah, just make a copy, man. That's the best way. Bro, this chart is nice to know too. Let's have a look at this. S&P 500 drawdowns under new Fed chairs. First year, minus 20%. Seems like it's always minus under a new chairman, right? So that will actually make sense, Oh shit, sorry man. I'll open it. The average, right? Yeah. Always minus. So remember we spoke about the projection I have. The webinar we did about the stock market, we talked about the potential date of reversal and stuff of the stock market. So that would line up with that, right? It kind of supports that. According to your strat, you look for shorts today from what half of Asia did right. Not exactly it works like that. So Asia I just use for information, but I have daily biases, top-down analysis. So it's not only Asia, it's not half of Asia, but half of Asia can tell you basically what the last half of trend was, right? Doesn't mean that we look for shorts. So the strat has a little bit more layers. Yeah, that's basically it. So let's see if we do get a close below here. We are getting some sellers coming back into the market, still lower highs. So no buy formation just yet. But this is where most people take a mistake. They just start to sell right now. This is if we want to change into a buyer's market, we will react and respect this zone. We could come even lower here. And then we will make our way where? We'll make our way back towards here. When we do that, what we're going to do, we're going to break structure here. And if we break structure there, then it changes. If we can respect this and just continue down for the moment, then yeah, then we can start to do what? We can look for our sells. We can take sells below here It'll be clean and simple. So if this next 5 minute can do some business, we'll actually close below here, and that will kind of give us the confidence to take that type of trade. See how Nasdaq is, yeah, it's rejecting now. I mean, Nasdaq, we could sell Nasdaq as well, but I kind of want to be a seller on Nasdaq once we break the lows. This is the structure we talked about to get structure to buy back up. We'll see in about 20 minutes after they open. Barely any structure on 5. Is FOMC the reason you're more bullish on NAS despite the daily and 4-hour closing bearish? I'm not talking about session bullish. I'm talking about fundamentally bullish, right? It's a bit different. So session, like I said, we could pull back during the session, but then that could still make a higher low, and we can't disregard that. The second thing we need to consider, it's not only FOMC, it's yesterday we actually had the deal be signed. He signed it. If you check these videos, he signed it in France. Both parties have signed it. The deal is done. So now they have an MOU. It's already signed. Everything went through. Now let's see if they can come to agreement within the what? The next 60 days. The next 60 days is when they have to come towards an agreement. So we'll see if that happens. In the next 60 days, shit could hit the fan. So many things could happen. But for now, we have some sort of peace treaty. Alright, last 43 seconds of this 15-minute candle. Doesn't look like it wants to close below. So in order for us to take sells, we need something leaving this support. This support is going to be what's going to determine if we're going to continue down or if we're going to start to change structure towards the upside. And then we start to possibly look for buys above 4310, 439, somewhere around that. Harry, what do you think? I think you should go to English class, brother. I think you should go to English class, bro. Because your English is fucked, bro. I'm telling you. I think instead of wasting money on trading, just pay something to learn how to speak English, bro. That's what I think. And I'm very confident in that saying. Because there's no point of writing English like that, man. I'm telling you. For those who are not on YouTube chat, this is what he wrote. Harry, what do you think if do it thinks that so because of Nasdaq and good? That's what he wrote. By the way, just so you understand the context. So I think you shouldn't be touching NASDAQ. You shouldn't be touching gold. You shouldn't be touching DAX. What you should be touching, let's go see. Let's go see. Here you go, Oxford free English grammar lessons. Gonna put this link for you. There you go. This should help you, man. British Council. There we go. Okay. See the full lesson here. Very good. This should... Oh, full course. Here we go. Free as well. There you go. Oxford, London, English. I think this is going to be the most useful link for you today. Enjoy. Duolingo, no problem if, you know, no problem if English is not his first language. But if English is not your first language, then you can't write that well. So that's on purpose. Because if English is not your first language, you'll have spelling mistakes. He has everything spelled correctly. So we're helping him. We're helping him. We're helping him. Autocorrection? Maybe his autocorrect is sleeping, bro. His autocorrect is sleeping. He can write nicely now after I told him that. Now he wrote, "Oh, lobsters, thank you, great Harry sir." Ah, he can write after all. See, sometimes you need to expose the people. Fuck's sake, that's some really shit insult. Womp womp. Oh man. So I wish we'll thank the trader from GPJPY. Yes, sir, man. GPJPY. That was some dope stuff, man. GPJPY. She'll come back soon, guys. Be ready in the next maybe couple of maybe by next year. By next year, she'll be back soon, I think so. Still cooking. As soon as the yen gets stronger, we're gonna be trading. Nah, wait till the yen changes, man. Wait till the yen changes. You're gonna see. You're gonna see. You're gonna see. Right, we spoke exactly about this case, right? We spoke about this case. What was the case here? The case was we started to see what? We started to see changes of structure. Now that's trying to happen right now, right? We can see 10 seconds, 5 minutes about to close above. This is why I told you early sellers gonna have issues. So if this now wants to start to change structure, guess what? We'll turn into a buyer's market. 15-minute will close above here. Boom, we start to take buys. Interventions scare me. Yeah, interventions are scary. But when the yen becomes stronger, they'll stop intervening. If it's bad right now, don't we just short the yen or always go into GJ with bearish bias? No, I mean, when the yen gets strong, then yeah, GJ will continue down. But we don't know when they're going to do that yet. And if there's going to be a short squeeze up first, I'm hoping for the market to react bullish. Yes, definitely possible, right? We spoke about that in the analysis. We can react bullish from the MOU plus the Fed signaling. Peace agreement ahead tomorrow. Already done. Peace agreement was already signed. It was already signed. How long do you trade for? 2 sessions. I'm not looking at the chart all day long. The whole reason I started trade is to have freedom of time. That's why I started to trade. I wanted freedom of time. And if I have to sit at the charts for 12 hours a day, I'm losing my freedom, because now I'm being forced to sit at the charts at a higher pressure job than I would doing a 9 to 5. Because a 9 to 5, I have to sit at a certain time, and after that time I can forget about everything, because after that time I'm guaranteed pay, right? Because I signed up for a job, and after my work, I leave my work, I'm guaranteed pay. But in trading, you can sit at the chart for 12 hours and lose money, and that is not a lifestyle. So that's why my trading is built on just trading 1 to 2 hours every single session. So I'm spending, let's say, max at the charts 4 hours a day, occasionally looking at it here or there if there's any opportunity. And that allows me to earn way more than I would earn in a 9 to 5, as well as having time freedom to focus on different things that I would like to do. Maybe it's gym, maybe it's hang out, maybe it's other businesses, whatever I want. So that time freedom is the reason that I want to sign up to trading. Yo, Harry, I'm so close to my first payout. First thing I'm going to do, invest in your mentorship. Nice one, man. I hope you get it soon. Take it easy. There's no rush. You've already got this far. You're super close. Just focus on good quality, man. You'll get there. What other businesses do you have? Software. We own Pip Labs. Pip Labs is a software we've been working on. You haven't heard much because we've been cooking. We've been cooking in the background. So Pip Labs, it's a backtesting software. Will be more than that now. We also build softwares for people. That's another thing we do. So we have a company called Pip Labs Development. So we build different softwares, mainly, of course, in the finance and trading industry, as that's where my expertise lays. Do you have a link for the mentorship? Mentorship is closed. So just show up to the stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and make sure you join one of my socials, because next time I open it, I will let you know from there. Won't be too long. I'm just restructuring everything. So yeah, just make sure you subscribe somewhere. I have a Telegram. Also, the Telegram is good value for you guys as well. I think that would be worth joining it anyways, the Telegram. It's pretty good, the Telegram. We put in all of the different... Why does it give me all that extra space? We put in all the different stuff here. Yesterday's analysis, we drew about the possible gap fill yesterday. That was exactly what we said. Price may balance and fill this gap. That's what we're looking for. Only if they signal cuts, we'll go up. If not, we should move down to the 200 level. Look where we moved down on gold yesterday, back in towards the 200 level, right? I wrote in my analysis yesterday, I put moving to the 220. That's where my arrow is, 220. If you go check 220 exactly, right? So I sent this yesterday in the Telegram, so you guys should join that. We should get this up to 700 members. Is your benefit. I have to figure out how to invite people to this. Maybe like this. Nope. How can we invite people? More. Add users. Copy link. There you go. So yeah, I also put my trade updates, and I'll let you guys know about anything of the group, stuff like that. So you can check that out. Also, girls on Telegram, Harry cooking. No, bro, what is that? I need to see now. I'm gonna be exposed. All right, so we basically technically closed above the structure now. So let's see if we start to continue up. If we consolidate in here, I'm sorry, boys. That is a game over session. That is just going to be boring. So you have to tell price to move its ass. If it's not going to move, we will sleep. We have London open very soon. Look at this. This is very powerful. We might be able to get a breakout today on DAX. We have some nice structure formed. So let's keep an eye on DAX as well, but we want to trade that after they open. Hey, Harry, just made it session. Hope you're well. All good, brother. Welcome, welcome. Pip Labs update coming when? We're not gonna announce a specific date just yet. Not just yet. Check Nasdaq 1 minute. No, I don't want to trade on the 1 minute. I don't want to trade on the 1 minute in this range. Let's leave the range. Let's see after they open. 1 hour looks pretty nice close here, but you know, we can't run 1 hour stops. It's not going to make sense for us just yet. Let's put a line at the top of the 5. Like, we need to get out of this. We're close to getting out of it. So let's see if we can get out of this range. Is my chart moving on gold? Yes, it is. Yes. How is the 1 hour gonna close here? Ooh, if we could flip here in 27 seconds, we're gonna change it up. If we can follow, if we can flip here, would be nice. Starting to get changes of structure. If we get a deep bottom wick, I might take it here to get back towards the top of the range. We'll have the 15 close. We'll have the 30-minute close bullish. Could be interesting. So let's have a look here. How we open London open here. Gonna be important. We need deep bottom wicks if we're gonna try that. Otherwise, we have to buy back in the range. Otherwise, we're gonna get stuck in this BS here. Could be very messy. I want to see some nice liquidity grabs. Right, let's check how DAX opened here. Nothing really much we can do with the DAX open. Close below. Nasdaq, same, right? Close below. But Nasdaq now can make structure. So if 5 can make structure, close above, we can try it. 1 hour looks good on Nasdaq. Good close. Let's bring in this 1 hour resistance here so we don't forget about it. Let's just double check that on futures. It's basically the same. Let's mark the 5-minute resistance on futures. Yeah, okay, cool. Morning all, thanks for the live stream. Welcome, bro. Appreciate you. Alright, so this is why I didn't really want to take it, because we didn't have that. I wanted this bottom wick first. So if we can start to flip from here, maybe I consider it. We're just very close to this resistance. Doesn't give me much room. You know, this is what I wanted to see. This type of liquidity grab, move down. Then we break through this high. But it doesn't give me much room. There's a previous resistance right at for gold. There's no space. Yeah, I always prefer back in the range. But if we grab liquidity, it's a very small previous resistance. We haven't broke the highs as on futures. So we do have room to the next previous resistance, which is the same as this. Even though we're tapping this, it's a small one. So if it is going to reject it, it has no business re-breaking the high. Why does it have to grab liquidity up again to go down? If it makes a very significant bottom wick. NQ trying to push up here, but I wanted to see some structure on the 5-minute. I wanted to see the 5-minute close bearish. So I don't think this is going to close above here. Might, but it's close. No, it didn't, even on futures. I want to see one bearish 5-minute would be perfect here. Otherwise, I don't trust this. I don't trust this. Nice. Now we're creating some structures. Do I use Wyckoff? No, I don't use Wyckoff. There you go, right? So imagine I took this position without waiting for that wick. I would have been stopped out. So that is a position. It's a mindset shift you need to make. It took me years to make this mindset shift, which is, right? Which is what? If you need to if you need to, right, make the mindset shift of being able to identify it's not correct to take a position, and that is actually taking a position. That's making you money. Because if I took this position now out of FOMO and not wait for my plan of seeing structures or something like that, right now I would have been stopped out. But the fact that I followed my plan made me not be stopped out. So I saved that money that I would have lost right now. So that is actually taking a position, because you are protecting yourself from losing capital. So it's cool to make money, but it doesn't mean anything if you can't preserve it. Because you need to preserve capital to take payouts. You need to preserve capital to pay you when it's time to pay you. How much is your mentorship? Depends on what package you take. But for example, for 5 months in the group, cost around $290 for 5 months. So that calculates to around $59 per month, $58 per month, something like that. It didn't make a bottom wick. Now it did, yeah. So now I start to consider, hey, look at this now. Now if we start leaving this high, can we get the volume that we're expecting here? 7 minutes for the 15-minute candle close. Problem is so much LTA below, huh? It's just so like sketchy. So much LTA below. And we didn't, only the 1 hour close back above. Only thing I'm scared about is NASDAQ making structure now. And then we start to get above. Sometimes they move the opposite way. NASDAQ will move down, gold will move up. NASDAQ will move up, gold will move down. But high chance this 5 should close bearish, so it will create us the structure we were looking for. Yesterday 1,000 pips in 10 minutes. Sheesh. Nice support forming here. Right, I need to see a bottom wick on this 5-minute candle. If I can see a bottom wick on this 5-minute candle, I probably will look to buy stop the highs here and expect a breakout. Yeah, that's the bottom wick. So that's what I'm gonna look for, breaking these highs to continue up through these ranges to play into this zone. That would be the plan. Something like that. NQ might set up in the next 5 minutes. Yeah, if it does, then this probably won't trigger me. Just whatever triggers me first. I don't want to wait for something and then it never happens, you know? All right. Let's see how this goes. Be at previous 1 hour. Yeah, I was thinking more the 15 compared to the 1 hour, somewhere around here. One minute may need to make some structure first. We will see though. We need to see some volume come in. So we tap the 15 on this CFDs here. We're getting reaction from that 15. Not showing me the strength of buyers I want to see. I want to see the strength of buyers come through. Reaction doesn't mean reversal. But we want to see this 5 minute. That's what I was hoping for, this 5 minute to close bullish here. So I have to wait 30 seconds to see how this 5 closes. If we can get some volume back in the last 5, maybe we could start to continue. If this 5 minutes showing me more signs of rejection, I'll have to consider my position, see what I want to do with it. Because this now 15 is showing me a little bit doji price action, right? Right, now we're trying to break through that 15 here. So I'm gonna be like mental break even here. We should be able to get some volume now. So I'll move stop below the current 5 as well, just in case it dumps really fast. And if it comes back off entry, then I'll be able to close break even. So let's see what it does there. Yeah, so that hit a bit of my management there. So I move stops basically just below break even. So basically where this 1 minute structure was. So I risked around, what was that? 3 pips. I was expecting it in case it just wanted to retest here and go up, but it seemed to have failed there. So yeah, I just got out to that basically break even, minus 3 pips for me. So very chill position. You can see here, minus 3 pips. Just where that 1 minute structure was. This one here. Where we moved it. Just no volume to get past this, right? This candle should have done it. You know, it's a little bit slow at this resistance. This candle, we allow it to retest. And then, like I said, move my stop up below the 1 minute candle, basically. 3 pip risk, I will take 3 pip risk, right? 60 pip stop loss, 3 pip risk. Doesn't really make a difference for me to risk 3 pips. So I'm going to look for another entry now once we get back above this. Very simple for me. So I'll look for one more entry. As soon as the 5 can get above this, we have a lot of range. I can get a smaller stop loss. It will be nice. But if it's going to struggle, I'm not going to play. If you didn't close break even and you want to close break even, if it's your plan, then you have a chance. You don't need to FOMO. You have a chance now as well. So, you know, it's up to you how you want to manage the position. I'm not going to tell you guys what to do in your own money. You know, if you want to hold, if you trust the position, whatever. You know, I just want to take a trade once we close above here again. So I'm going to wait for a close above here and then I will take another entry. Let's check up on Nas. Nas dumped. That should have given us the gold push as well. DAX tried to break out here, but no closes above. This close above, but didn't give us the push, right? Not a bad 15 minute. If DAX can create some sort of 5-minute support, if we can come a little bit lower, could be good. Now we should just wait a little bit on gold and see if we can get an entry on gold again. Somewhere here. Boom. So we don't want to marry this trade. Start holding in the range. I don't want to marry this trade. I'm just wondering, my markup's correct? Yeah, it's correct. On futures there is. I'm not too worried. It's only a single candle. It's only a single candle. And on future, I think we got back above it now, right? Let's see. GC. Should have broke a little bit higher. Yeah, we broke through it on futures then. Yeah. We broke through it. Futures actually rejected the second 15-minute resistance. This one here. Which would be the same as the 5-minute closing above here. So this is what I want to see now. Again, guys, if you're still in this position here, definitely consider the points that I'm making, that as long as we hold this level, it is a bit risky. That's a question mark. So I took the idea to see if we could push through. I gave it a chance. It told me no. So if the market told me no, I'm not going to gamble with the market and say it's going to happen. It could happen, yes. But I don't want to be in that position where I am wondering, hoping that volume comes in. So I rather just enter above here. Of course, there's a risk that what happens when I try to enter above there, price just flies, I never get my entry. But I rather take that risk than try to find out that I'm totally wrong and lose full down here, right? putting 3 pip risk with a 60 pip stop loss is nothing. It's basically break even. If you had a high spread account, you'd be losing the same. So never be scared to take -3 pips, -2 pips. Are you trading gold futures? No, I'm on CFDs right now. Basically close the last trade break even. So I'm on, this is CFD. This is my Vantage account, personal account. So I'm on CFDs. I'm waiting for a close above there. I don't want to guess with this, right? I don't want to guess and see, hey, is it going to get above? Is it not going to get above? So I just get out that position. So I don't have to guess. Let's double check NASDAQ. NASDAQ created 5-minute support, but we're back inside the range. 15 close back inside the range. So we need to be careful. Let's see about DAX. DAX also very nice support here. DAX actually I think was a shot there. I think that was a shot. I should have concentrated on that. Wick fill on the 15. Yeah. After bottom wick. Yeah, DAX was a shot. Breaking this high. I think I would have preferred a little bit of a bigger bottom wick with no 1-minute structure. Definitely. I think both ways I would have hesitated there. Why? No bottom wick. So we're seeming to have volume shift, right? So volume is left gold now. We're getting volume in NASDAQ and DAX, right? Look at gold. Gold is not going anywhere. We're really struggling. We're making higher lows, but we're just waiting. So eventually there can be some volume in gold. And based on probabilities, the highest chance for volume to come in gold is when we probably close above here. We'll probably get the highest chance of some volume. So let's see if we can find the next entry here. 1 minute, you can see probably there's a chance we can close above 1 minute. Then I can put stop loss here. So instead of 60 pip stop loss, now I only have a 30 pip stop loss. It's going to be a lot better, right? Tighter stop loss. Expect more volume. Let's see. If not, we have to wait 5 more minutes, which is fine. Alright, this I think is gonna close bearish. I'm just gonna go change the AC. It's a little bit cold here. Give me a second. Give me. Yo, how are your blinds moving like that? Bro, I told you it's the AC. It's cold, man. It's cold. The AC is moving the blinds. Yeah, I'm glad I got out of gold here. Remember, this would have been some little bit of annoying drawdown to hold. How much? Yeah. We lost 195 plus $7 commission. No, more commission. $14. No, 3 lots. Alright, so this is ranging. DAX here, continuing bullish. NASDAQ has a chance now. We'll have to see in 2 minutes. We might be ready to go for NASDAQ. Yo, Harry, requested my first payout of $250. It's been 7 days and not received. Is that okay? It's a little bit slow, man. But just give them at least 14 days, I would say. 14 days. Maybe follow up after 10 days. Follow up after 10 days, give them 14 days. We have some good 1 minute structure here. We might get the breakout here. 1 minute as well for the 15 to close. Yeah, I like this. We have everything together. Don't let us down, NASDAQ. 30 close. Yeah, we can't. We need to close above here on 30. Otherwise, this candle will look weak. Stops below 1 hour. Bro, are you mad? What do you mean stops below 1 hour? 55 pip stop? Bro, that will cook us, bro. 5 minute stop loss. Maximum. 30 pip stop. Oh, 1 hour resistance. Okay, sorry, yes. I thought you meant 1 hour candle. Yeah. We don't have too much 1 minute structure, so we have to run it here, unfortunately. Alright, let's see if we get a bottom wick as well. Well, first we need to close above. Alright. Here it's not closing above. Futures. Not closing above on futures as well. About 15 not closing above, man. There's no chance. That sucks, man. That sucks. I was waiting for NASDAQ. I wish I took DAX, right? DAX is the one that did it. Same trade. Look on DAX. Close above here. It's starting to go. And this was late even. So I can't take this. This will break my plan. Because it's closed at. And this sucks because this is a 30 close as well. 30 is still okay. Problem we have is 15, man. That's a really poor close on 15. And it looks the exact same on futures, man. There's no excuses. So this is not going to make a sense for a buy at the moment. Gold as well. We need the close. Look, we made the right decision on gold. Exactly why we made that decision. So we're not holding this mess. Until we get above this level, there's just no volume. If there was volume today, you know where we would be here? All the way up here. That's where we would be on gold. If there was volume. We'd blast through all of this. Because we're not really going down too harsh. You know, we're not on the floor yet. But we're not up there. So we're just trying to figure out this range. And I wanted to be a little bit early to the party so that we could enjoy a big move up. But we're still figuring out the range. At the same time, if this starts to consolidate in here and we close below, sells are still an open option here. There's still an option that we can take. Right? We can still look for those sells. So I like DAX. I think DAX was the best performer today, to be honest. DAX was very good. Should have put more focus on DAX. Taking this buy here. But again, I wouldn't have taken this buy. Why? Because I would have hesitated with the 1 minute looking like this. So I knew I wouldn't have taken it. But I think this would have been a shot, the 5 minute close above, but maybe a break-even trade. So it is performed nicer, but a lot of outcomes have ended up break-even or whatever. Gold making its way back down. We don't need this path anymore. So the other one would be the sells below here as well. But look, no top wick on this candle. Nasdaq starting to reject from our resistance as well. Can I trade gold futures? Yeah, of course, man. I have a futures account as well. I have futures accounts as well. 5 express accounts. So, yeah, for sure you can. DAX breakouts after London Open, you buy at resistance. If you're happy to buy at resistance, then it's up to you. These candles showing you rejection. Difficult. Gold retesting the lows now. Wow, no top wick. Same on broker, no top wick. Yes, wow. Nasdaq. 5 minute candle. If this next one can close above, I think I will still give it a shot, even though it's risky. I will rely on the 30 minute. So I'm going to wait 5 more minutes. If nothing in 5 minutes, I'm going to call it. So 5 more minutes. Let's see. How do you get the levels? I do a markup, right? So I start from high time frames working my way down. Appreciate you guys showing up to the stream. Remember, next stream is going to be on Tuesday. So I'll see you guys there as well. Make sure you leave a like on the stream. It does. I do appreciate it. Show me, guys, that you don't hate me. I need to update this journal here. There's 2 more trades I took. No, we didn't take the trades. Tomorrow bank holiday. Tomorrow's US bank holiday, guys. So if you're trading tomorrow, be very careful. Historically, I am very not accurate on US bank holidays. They just don't trade well for me. So be very careful. All day US bank holiday. Look at this. Look, USD bank holiday, loss. Look at this. I used to write them. USD bank holiday, loss. USD bank holiday, loss. All right, let's see. Probably worth waiting for. The only thing I fear of the 15 is if it looks a little bit funny. You know, it closes just above, it will look funny. So I prefer that the next 15, so the 5 close above, the next 15 pushes to here, and then it's a strong 15 minute, then you get the next push. Let's see, we were close. We need the last bit of volume here right now, guys. Can Nas do it? Last 30 seconds. Hard to take which wick? I think you take it this wick here. That one's higher? Yeah, I wouldn't take it that wick, because that's where it would liquidity grab and then fake out. 15 seconds. I've seen last 10 seconds Nasdaq close above, so I can't say anything now, but it's not looking likely. Oh, closing below. We're just ranging at the moment. So I'll wait just 4 minutes more here, and then I'm definitely gonna call it, because I want to see the 15 close. I want to see the 15 close. Let's cook it. Let's cook it. Do we have a chance for sell on gold now? I don't like the 30-minute no top wick. It is definitely an option. I just don't like the way that we're forming here. It looks very weird to me. The way that we push down, limited structures. I feel like selling the lows right now is going to hurt me more than make me profit. But if volume ends up coming in on gold right now, you'll definitely see it come down, but I don't rely on it structural wise. And I need to have some sort of structural reliability because, yeah, I just, you know. Do you eat crabs for breakfast? No, 20 eggs. That's my breakfast, 20 eggs. Why lobster? If you know, you know, man. If you know, you know. Only OGs know. Lobster is lobster, bro. Do you trade gold futures? Yeah, I trade gold futures, but I also like to trade my personal account. So my futures account are all funded, are all prop firm company. I trade on funded, but in NYSE I focus a little bit more on Nasdaq and US 30. I'm not against gold. It's just I see it really move beautifully. Market is just switched off a bit, boys. I can't do anything about this, man. Look at gold coming back, no structure, but this could make the structure we need. 15 minutes should close below here, high chance. But I would love to see some sort of structure and then close below. I'll wait the last 40 seconds in case something magical happens. All right. In the next 5 minutes, it could happen. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. That was close. In the next 5 minutes, it could happen. It's still valid because we kind of have like a setup 3. But I'm not going to sit on stream for the next 5 minutes. Because I've done that before. And 5 minutes has turned into 10 minutes. 10 minutes turn into 30 minutes. 30 minutes turn into 40 minutes. And then I get nothing. And I'm like, oh, man. What's the lobster? Lobsters, bring out the lobsters, man. Bring out the lobsters. If you know, you know. Bring out the lobsters. So, appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Much love. See you guys on Tuesday. Make sure you show up nice and early to see the analysis. And have a good rest of your day. And finish your week strong. Don't do anything stupid. Mid-month here, you need to start to preserve mid-month, because if end of month gets good again, you need to not lose your confidence mid-month, right? Don't lose confidence mid-month and then end of month end negative. So appreciate you all. Much love. Take care. Hopefully speak to you guys very, very soon. Peace. Cheers, guys. Cheers.